See, I remember that video I did about Tee Grizzley the other day. Apparently, the shooter said that he paid to get his aunt hit. So we're going to tap in and see what the fuck happened.
The rumors that Tee Grizzley paid for his aunt/manager to be killed started off as a simple conspiracy.
That shit was a conspiracy, I'm not going to lie. And I remember when he said that shit, I was like, I don't think Tee Grizzley got his aunt. I don't think he paid to do that shit, right? I literally said it, but we'll see what happens.
Now escalated to the point where the murder suspect defense is in court saying that Tee Grizzley paid for the hit. Let's do a quick recap just to make sure everybody is caught up on this situation. And if you're not caught up and didn't watch the other two videos, you could go to the Tee Grizzley.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta watch the other videos, bro. Go back on my channel and watch the other video, like, to get the lore for real. But this nigga Tee Grizzley is fucking crazy. Like, y'all thought he just plays video games? Nah.
Just to get caught up. But Tee Grizzley auntie Jobina Brown was shot and killed in 2019.
Sad to have to report this, but Jobina J.B. Brown, the manager and aunt of Tee Grizzley, was shot and killed in Detroit on Tuesday night, August 20th.
That shit's so sad, bro.
Her death began surfacing Wednesday, August 21st on social media before her passing was confirmed by TMZ. According to law enforcement sources, a shooter opened fire on Grizzly's Cadillac Escalade while the vehicle was traveling around Detroit. The gunman allegedly approached on foot and shot Brown, who was sitting in the back seat.
And bro, I called it, bro. T's story didn't even make no fucking sense. He was like, oh, I was at the door in front of the house, then I ran inside, then I walked back outside because I didn't know they were shooting at us. Nigga, are you... What? I'm sorry. Let's keep watching.
Grizzley was reportedly riding in the passenger seat and got out of the vehicle as the shooter approached. The driver said the attacker fired 3 or 4 shots and noted that Brown screamed before the gunfire began. Brown was rushed to a local hospital but died from her wounds. She was 41 years old. Police don't know if Grizzley was the intended target of the attack. He and the driver were unharmed.
Let's continue the brief recap before we get into the new details, because it's crazy. It left me stunned. So if you watched my last video, you know that Tee Grizzley did an interview. During this interview, Tee Grizzley detailed
the video game interview. Remember, I was telling y'all that. I said it. I said, why the fuck would you be playing a video game like this, talking about the murder of your aunt? That looks guilty as fuck.
Exactly what took place moments before the shootout. Tee Grizzley and Jobina was riding around in their Chrysler 300 with a driver. They had to make a stop before getting to their destination. They stopped at Tee Grizzley's family house from his daddy's side. When they stopped there, Tee Grizzley got out from the back driver's side. Jobina was sitting in the back passenger side. When Tee Grizzley got out and walked to the porch, gunmen came, opened up the back passenger side, shot into the vehicle, and killed Jobina. Tee Grizzley says the shooters were looking for him, and that's why they opened up the back passenger side, because they thought that's where he was sitting.
Still breathing and everything. She called me.
She called you?
While she was shot, she called me.
What'd she say?
I was trying to talk to her. I didn't hear what she was saying.
Yeah, why the fuck would she call you if y'all was together? Guys, this story just doesn't make sense. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a detective. I'm a regular guy, and it doesn't even make sense.
She couldn't really form no words. You know what I'm saying? But, like, coming for me because they opened my door.
Okay.
They were shooting the car. They hit her 8 times, though.
And you have no idea where this came from?
No, I ain't got no idea where it came from. But it didn't even matter where it came from. I felt like everybody was a suspect. I feel like everybody was a suspect.
Tee Grizzley was correct.
Like I said, bro, look at him. Look at him, gang. He's literally fucking playing a video game. Like, let's be for real, bro. Like, if your aunt just died in front of you, like, you're not gonna be doing an interview fucking playing 2K, right?
He was a suspect. I feel like everybody was a suspect.
Tee Grizzley was correct. Everybody was a suspect. But we'll get to that later and exactly what that means. But let's continue the brief recap. Wu Thing, aka Wu 600, was arrested for the murder of Tee Grizzley's aunt. Now, Wu Thing, aka Wu 600, is
that's Wu Thing right here. And then this is Wu Thing's friend right here at Tee Grizzley's wedding. So why are you having the friend? No. Why are you having the friend of the guy who killed your aunt at your wedding?
600. He's Tee Grizzley's associate, and he's Buka 600 associate, who was the groomsman in Tee Grizzley's wedding. After Wu 600 was arrested for the murder of Tee Grizzley's aunt, that Tee Grizzley believed was targeted for him, Tee Grizzley continued to hang out with 600 members like Buka 600. Wu Thing was initially arrested for the murder because he was pulled over in Chicago while sitting in an alleyway in a stolen vehicle, as well as being in possession of a firearm. The stolen vehicle that he was sitting in the alleyway was actually the getaway vehicle used in the murder of Tee Grizzley's aunt. And the firearm, after ballistics was done, was the same firearm used in the murder of Tee Grizzley's auntie. And the cell phone towers confirmed that Wu Thing was actually at the location for 2 hours before Tee Grizzley and his aunt got there. Why was you hiding out at that location with the murder vehicle and the murder weapon? Obviously, you are involved in the murder. But it also opened up more room for suspicion for Tee Grizzley. If this was a stop that was out the blue, it was a stop that came up while y'all was in the vehicle, and you just made an emergency stop somewhere to grab something, then how did the shooters know to be at that location for 2 hours? It didn't make sense whatsoever. And if they were at that location...
That shit don't make sense, bro. That shit don't make sense at all. Like, that nigga is guilty as fuck. Cause he said, all right, bet, when you gonna oh, wait, I already read that. Crazy work. You feel me, bro? Isn't that shit crazy? Like, this nigga is crazy, bro. Like, And all the money he was making from video games and stuff, I'm like, bro, why not just keep making video games? Like, you doing all this extra shit for what? So you can go to jail?
For 2 hours, and they seen you get out, then why would they open up the vehicle and kill your aunt if they were looking for you? It made zero sense whatsoever. And it didn't make sense to the police either. The police chief wasn't buying Tee Grizzley's story either.
Yeah.
My sources told me.
I'm sorry, I hate to be like this, but gang, we need to go back and watch the old video because I literally said that shit. I was like, bro, this doesn't make any sense.
When I say sources, understand this when I tell you this. I'm not talking about hearsay. I'm not talking about associates. I'm talking, everything I tell you, they've been in the room when it happened. I'm not talking about, hey, yo, I heard this. Hey, yo, Pookie told me. No, I'm talking about when I tell you something in this video, understand. The person I heard it from was in the room when it happened.
Nah, Flacco is funny, bro. Niggas do be hating Flacco, but I think he's funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
The person that told me is connected directly.
Kason said, are you streaming tonight? I'll get on, bro. Like, I promise, bro. Like, I'll get on later tonight.
To the situation. I was told the police chief looked Tee Grizzley in his eyes and told him, I know you involved somehow. I'm going to get down to the bottom of this. The police chief thought this. The police chief thought that Tee Grizzley was involved somehow. They just couldn't prove it.
And too, from past evidence, right? Like, I know YouTube is still a growing platform or whatever, but most of the time, niggas figure shit out on YouTube before the police do, right? Because didn't YouTube figure out Young Dolph's murder before the police? Like, shit like that. So let's not sleep on, you know, like, let's not sleep on that shit.
They just couldn't connect the dots because people wasn't talking. Whoever this Wu Thing guy is, he been quiet. That's until he went to that courtroom today. That's until he went to that courtroom. Oh, and we're going to talk about what happened in that courtroom. It's not looking good for Tee Grizzley, what took place in that courtroom. But the police chief told Tee Grizzley, we know you involved somehow. Now, you could say the police chief is salty. They got something against Tee Grizzley. They got a vendetta against Tee Grizzley. Okay.
You don't know why they got no vendetta against that nigga, bro. He fucking committed a murder, bro. He killed his aunt because his aunt wouldn't give him his music back. Let's be fucking for real.
Go with that. But when the police chief is telling Tee Grizzley that to his face, and he's telling Jobina Brown's family to their face, hey, we know something is up. The police chief told Jobina Brown's sister and Jobina Brown's mother that they believe that Tee Grizzley is involved somehow. Damn. Now, Tee Grizzley became a suspect almost initially because the police chief discovered, so Tee Grizzley's uncle was married to Jobina Brown. The uncle went to jail 3 months before her death. Within those 3 months, Tee Grizzley began an intimate relationship with Jobina Brown. Police chief.
Are you dead serious? What the fuck? This nigga was fucking his aunt's wife?
Looked at that and thought, wait, that's messy. That could obviously lead to something. But that's before they began to put the puzzle together. Tee Grizzley and Jobina never fully admitted that they were intimate, but I was told that family members began to figure it out fairly quickly and it was starting to get around. Could Tee Grizzley maybe have gone the extreme to cover it up? Maybe. Now, the rumors that Jobina Brown was pregnant at the time of her death is false. But
okay, yeah,
where those
I did hear about that. Because I was gonna say, okay, okay, let me say this. If he's fucking his uncle's wife while the uncle's in jail, why would that lead to the wife being killed though? Wouldn't that mean Tee Grizzley would get hit? I'm trying to understand what she did that like pissed them off for real. You get me?
Came from? Makes things so much worse for Tee Grizzley. The rumors that Jobina Brown was pregnant came from court, and it wasn't the prosecution who put that theory out there. It was the defense. It was Wu Thing's defense attorney. You see, Wu Thing is the murder suspect in this trial. Whatever his defense attorney say came from Wu Thing. See, street dudes is finding creative ways to tell nowadays. They telling through their lawyers, right? They won't get their butt up on that particular stand and point their hand and tell it all, but they go and tell through their lawyer. The defense attorney, who is responsible for getting Wu Thing off, he came to court and he says, listen, obviously, Tee Grizzley put the hit out on Jobina Brown. He said that in
obviously
court. The transcripts will prove it. And he also said that he did it because Jobina Brown was pregnant. Now, the prosecution understands that this, now the prosecutors themselves could probably believe that Tee Grizzley is guilty, but right now they're trying to prosecute Wu Thing. So they brought the autopsy person or somebody, an expert to testify that Jobina Brown was not pregnant. Tee Grizzley is a smart man, so he already understands that if the defense attorney is in court saying that you were the one who put the hit on your auntie, that came from the murder suspect, that came from the shooters. That means the shooters is already talking. That means the shooters is already giving information to their attorneys, and they're trying to use that to get him off. It's not looking good for you, man. And all that tells me, to be honest, is that the shooters believed the aunt was pregnant. They probably heard, this is why we're doing this. This is why we're taking her out. They probably was under the impression, yo, we gotta, you feel me, take her out because she's pregnant.
You gotta take her out? But I mean, damn, bro, like, you can't, I don't know, offer her some money to, like, get rid of it or something if it's that deep, but the only option is to kill her? Like, you feel me? Like, there's nothing else, maybe, that could, like, help?
If that's the case, then maybe if Tee Grizzley is involved, then he probably thought she was pregnant the whole time she wasn't. Maybe he was told if he's involved, right? So if I'm Tee Grizzley and I'm hearing this information, if I'm involved and I know who I told this to, then I know they telling. I know they talking already. And it's not looking good at all. Now, the shooter is trying to get the cell phone tower evidence dismissed. The shooter is saying, yo, the phone is registered in somebody else's name. However, that number from that phone is a number that's known to him. It is a number that he's been using for like his probation officer, his family and friends. That's his number. But because the phone is registered,
Trying to lie his way out of it. Like, it's not my phone. Like, nigga, this is the same number you've been giving us for months, gang.
in somebody else's name, he's trying to get it dismissed, is not going, they're not dismissing it, the evidence stands. The driver who was in the vehicle when Jobina Brown was shot and killed, he testified that the shooting took place 45 seconds from when Tee Grizzley got out the vehicle. What that shows is Tee Grizzley was on that porch. That shows that there's a high likelihood that the shooters seen Tee Grizzley. Because from how the car is positioned in a picture of the house, if you're walking up to the back driver's side and you're opening it up, you can see over the car. Like, you can see the porch from that angle, and you'll be able to see a 6'3", 350-pound Tee Grizzley. You can't miss. So
6'3"? Fuck. I know that nigga should have hooped. Fuck rapping. But yeah, nah, I've been called bullshit, bro. Cause he said he was in the car, then he got out, then he was on the porch. But then I specifically remember this nigga Tee Grizzley was like, yeah, bro. Then I ran to the window and looked outside. I ran to the window and looked outside. But you're already outside. That's what you said. So I don't know, bro.
If he was the target, you'll be able to see him. He was not the target. It doesn't make sense that he is the target. Now, someone who hopped on the phone with Tee Grizzley, someone who talked to Tee Grizzley after the incident and was told by Tee Grizzley what happened, I asked, yo, how did Tee Grizzley sound? Like, was he like emotional? The words that I was told verbatim, it felt like he was trying to fake emotions. It felt like he was trying to kind of draw up something. Like, he was trying to sound like he was.
I just don't understand how niggas get so close to ruining their lives. Like, when he went to jail the first time, right? When he made that First Day Out song. Like, nigga, shouldn't that scare you enough to not want to go back? Like, you get me, bro? Like, I just don't understand. The only way this makes sense is, like I said in the other video, like, if the lady really wasn't trying to give this nigga his music back, then it's like, okay, like, you know, people will kill over that, like, or like a profit split or something, like. But from my understanding, he had bounced back with the GTA servers. So, yeah, nah, bro. Somebody said the nah, shit. Damn, the Tee Grizzley shit ain't over? No, bro. This shit is not over. I wish it was, gang. But apparently that nigga really did it, and I called it. Bro.
Distraught. The person went, bro, I can't really explain it, they said. It just felt like he was trying to come across as if it was this and it was not. Sada Baby was also signed to Jobina Brown. Sada Baby was one of the people who came to identify her body. I believe it was Sada Baby and Jobina Brown's sister, if not her mother.
What? Sada Baby? Really? Bro, that is so random. What the fuck?
Who went to identify her body. And I was told that Sada Baby was distraught. He was effed up about this. I was told, but like Sada Baby was looking at Tee Grizzley a little crazy.
Yeah.
The Sada Baby actually looked Tee Grizzley in his eyes and told him, hey, bruh, tell me you don't got nothing to do with this. That even Sada Baby wanted Tee Grizzley to know, hey, bruh, tell me you got nothing to do with this, man. And that Tee Grizzley gave his word to Sada Baby that he ain't had nothing to do with this.
Yo, I'm sorry, guys. Tee Grizzley is a bad person, bro. You're a bad guy, bro. On me, bro. Ain't no way, bro. You just kill her for no fucking reason. Like,
it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Now, the next court day is tomorrow. I'm going to have people in the court day. I'm going to have people in the room. We're
shit, nah, gang. This shit might have just became a damn playlist. You feel me? Cause ain't no way, bro.
Figure out more details.
If he go to jail for this, I swear to God, bro, he'll be the dumbest niggas like I've ever had the displeasure to like hear about their story. Like
about what's going on. Because the defense attorney for the shooter is throwing Tee Grizzley under the bus. Now, right now,
you gotta remember too, that's their job, right? Like the defense attorney, they don't give a fuck about Tee Grizzley. They're just trying to get their client off. So they're gonna say whatever the fuck, right, to get this nigga off out of jail. So I don't know, bro. But like I said, from all the evidence, especially when Tee Grizzley was talking like when he was doing the interview with the game and just not paying attention, just playing the game, like, oh, yeah, she died, yeah. My aunt, yeah, she was just in there, she died. Like, that's weird as fuck. I don't care. That's weird as fuck.
It don't feel like the shooter or the suspect is telling because from their perspective, they believe the case is weak. Because once you throw out the cell phone evidence, at this point, it's kind of like, how do we put him at the location? So he hasn't really like fully told yet because they believe the case is weak and they can beat it. But once he's found guilty, once they put him right where he belongs, man, it's over with, bro. It's done for.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's over with.
It's a wrap.
Now, I was told the family, Jobina's Brown family, has been very suspicious of Tee Grizzley for a while. And when I was told why, they said, listen, the family has been suspicious of Tee Grizzley because he continued to hang with the people that the family believe is responsible for the aunt's death.
Yes, bro. And we said that earlier. We literally said that earlier. That photo of him when he was at the wedding with the friend of the guy who is in jail right now for murdering his aunt. Like, that's weird as fuck. That's weird as fuck. Are you going to be friends with the friend of someone who killed your aunt? Like, what are we talking about? River 809 said, I'm confused as fuck right now. Did this nigga kill somebody or he hired a hood nigga to kill his aunt? Basically, what happened is he hired somebody to kill his aunt. And then the police came to him and they were... Hold up. I'll go full screen for this real quick. Yeah, for those of you who are confused, basically what happened was he was driving with his friend, his friend and his aunt, right? And they told the girl that they had to stop to get something from his dad's house or some shit like that. And then when he walked out the car, like a hooded guy came out of nowhere, opened the car up, and then shot in the aunt. You feel me? 8 times. So originally the police were like, okay, it's an open and closed case, right? You guys came in there, killed him, and then left. But Tee Grizzley was like, oh, what the fuck? They were actually after me. And then, like bruh said, the police chief came to him and was like, bro, I know you have something to do with this murder. Like, what the fuck? Like, you telling us that you got out the car, you was standing in the front, and then you said that you ran to the window and looked outside? Like, gang, that doesn't make any sense. Am I tripping? That doesn't make any sense. How you at the porch? How you walk up to the porch and then run to the window to look outside? Like, and I called it, bro. Literally, go back and watch that other video, bro. The other video that was the first video about the Tee Grizzley shit. But yeah, bro, this shit is fucking crazy.
If Wu Thing,
fucking crazy,
aka Wu 600, is from 600, and Tee Grizzley groomsman in his wedding last year was Buka 600. The family is like, come on.
Yeah. Did you hear what he just said?
Oh, man. We not born yesterday, yo. If the hit was for you, then why you still hanging out with those people? So it's not just us. The family themselves is upset that Tee Grizzley is still hanging out with the people that are responsible for the death of their, aunt, daughter, niece, mother, wife, etc.
That shit's so sad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That shit's sad as fuck. Like, that shit is really sad, bro.
What I can say, man, is this started off as a simple conspiracy.
River says, so this nigga just hired people to kill them and blame the motherfuckers who killed him and say he ain't got shit to do with it? Yep. Exactly, Brody. That's exactly what the fuck happened. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, it's never that deep. Just go make more money.
Conspiracy. This started off as y'all telling me, Flacco, oh, you reaching, Flacco. Oh, my God, you police, Flacco. Am I still police if this is true? Am I still police if this is true?
Nah, bro. Flacco funny as fuck. Because he definitely did say that in the other video a few days ago. He definitely did. And I'm just like, damn, bro. That's crazy. Like, YouTube niggas just figuring it out before the cops. Like, literally, this happens all the fucking time.
This ain't no street stuff. If this is true, if a wife and a mother was killed and she wasn't in the streets, she wasn't no gangbanger, she wasn't none of that. Is this still street stuff if she gets justice? Is it?
No.
Y'all got it backwards, homie.
Yeah, nah.
Y'all got it backwards, homie. This ain't no street stuff, homie. They weren't at war.
Yeah.
If Tee Grizzley is involved, and I say if, this ain't...
I'll tell y'all, bro, that nigga did it. I think that nigga did it. I'm not gonna lie.
Ain't no street stuff. They weren't at war. They weren't into it. They weren't beefing. Yo, to me, Tee Grizzley already showed from the very jump. He ain't got no morals. He ain't got no principles.
Yeah.
You was effing on your uncle's wife or ex-wife. Because when you go to jail, like bro.
Yeah. The relationship is dead. When you go to jail, the relationship is fucking over, bro.
I said this to
I ain't lady bitches in. Niggas do not be your kin. Clutching on it, go get fed. Niggas do not. Yeah, appreciate the follow, gang. Jinx. I can't even spell that shit. My fault. I'm a fucking idiot. But appreciate the follow, Brody. That's love.
He was 3 months into the sentence when Jobina Brown passed away. A 9-year sentence, bro, that's your ex-wife at that point. But if Tee Grizzley was effing on the uncle's wife 3 months into his sentence, that's a man that ain't got no loyalty to nobody. And all he does is rap.
And that's his uncle? Yeah, that's messed up, bro. That's fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Tee Grizzley a fucking badass person, bro. Niggas do not be okay.